How's it going, guys? It's me, Geek here, and I'm here to show y'all how to make a car with suspension and using wire to make it go. I'm here on Vehicle Construct. As you can see, there's a bunch of hills and stuff for you to play around on and test your suspension. Anyways, spawn a PHX plate, a metal 2x4 plate, and hoist it up in the air using your use key and sprint key and make sure it's even. Then spawn a iron beam 2. It would be in PHX2 miscellaneous. Once you have that spawned, hoist it up in the air also, even it out. Then get your easy weld tool, easy weld it to the middle of the 2x4 plate. Once you have it easy welded, get out your stacker tool. And when you have your stacker tool out, make sure everything else is on 0, and you can set the number of stacks whatever you want. If you're facing me, it'll be the front and behind to do the sideways. Switch it to behind. Then once you have that, get up, and you want to do the one that's closest to the edge, or like farthest on the outside, which is the one I'm doing. Click it twice. You can make the height whatever you want, it does not matter, just depends on your elastic. Anyways, get out your remover tool and remove everything other than the height you want on the thing. So let's say I want 4, so I'm gonna do everything else other than that 4th one up from the metal plate. Be careful not to erase the middle also. And there you go. Now, don't unfreeze anything. Get out your elastic tool. This is the hard part. Well, wait, my bad. Rope tool. Rope tool. You want to rope everything I'm roping. And just follow these ropes. Okay, now that's the first rope. Now, we gotta do the top part of the iron beams now. You're doing the same thing you did the first time, just with the top. Also, you can do the bottom if you want. It does not have to be done. I just like to do the bottom because it's more sturdy. This is probably the most complicated part because it takes a while to do. Oh, and by the way, your rope needs to be on rigid, or else this will not work. Sorry I didn't mention that, but yes, it does need to be on rigid. Okay, now you're done with the rope. Now the hardest part comes. The elastic. Okay, now let's say your constant is, I don't know, 8,000. Okay, then you're gonna do, for the relative damping, you're gonna do, I believe, 80. No, wait. Shoot. Hold on. Well, let's see, the weight. Okay, so if the constant's on 9,500, then the damping is going to be on 95. And the relative damping is going to be on 9.5. Okay? Let's say the constant was 14,000. 14,000 is the constant, so the damping's going to be 140, and the relative damping's going to be 14. It's like a pattern. Now, nothing needs to be checked on this. That stretch only does not need to be checked. Make sure it is not checked. Your width can be anything you want, and your model or whatever can be anything you want. I'm going to hit the second part because my smart snap is very big. I have settings on high. Try to get it as perfect as you can. I'm going to play a little music for y'all. Yeah, screw that. I know. Okay, anyways. Next is the wheel. I'm going to be using the PHX truck wheel, I believe it is called. Not the single, or not the double one, but the single. It looks like this. Right here. Torque can be anything you want, because we're not going to be using the numpad input, so make sure the numpad inputs are not set. Anyways, place your wheels. Okay, now unfreeze everything, and you've got your suspension. Now, very carefully turn it over. Okay, when you drop it on the ground, it's probably going to tip like that, right there. That's because the constant's a little too low, but that won't matter later. Anyways, freeze it. Now it's time for the wire. Okay, now get out your wire thrusters. Set no effects for both of them because it'll lag, and set the multiplier to 1000 and the maximum 10,000. Place them in these spots or wherever you want. Oh, and I made that uneven. Okay, now on the wheels in the middle. Try to be as perfect as you can. Now place 3 in the back instead of 2 like we did in the front. You want 3. Okay, now get out a vehicle. I'm going to use an airboat seat. I'm going to use easy weld also to make this process faster. Okay, and then spawn an advanced pod controller from the wire section. It should be under there, right? Yeah, right there. I like to place it in the middle, but you can place it anywhere you want. I'm going to place it right there, and right click your pod controller in the seat. Now get out the advanced wiring tool. Click the first thrusters we spawned. These will be S because that is the button to go backwards. Now this one's going to be D because the force is going to make it go right. That one is going to be A. This one is going to be D. The other wheel is going to be A also. And these 3 are going to be W. Okay, now I don't think I wired these right. Make sure you get them wired to the advanced pod controller. Okay, now your car is finished. Unfreeze it, go ahead and get in, and the green thing will show up, and it should go. Now, I'm going to get out of the car to show y'all how the suspension works. Show y'all that it does work. I love this design, even though it's not really independent suspension. It is suspension and it does work. So anyways, to test it, I'm going to show you how to do this. It would be easier if I had someone on with me so they could drive the car, but it does work. Anywho, I hope y'all like this tutorial, and thank you very much for watching. This is Geek.